Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. Alrighty. Now, this is also a radio that that's the first one that I've had actually come across the bench since these have been made. So, connex CX33HPC1. If they make their if they make that any larger, man, it's going to be a mouthful to say. Anyways, from what I've seen, I'm actually really impressed on the inside of these. So, we're going to start, we're actually going to start on the outside and work to the inside a little bit. Well, hello again. It's been a while since I've seen you pop in there for a video. Hopefully everything's going good on that end. But anyways, this was a brand new radio. We did the conversion on it for the extra channels and did the tune-up and all that good stuff. Okay, there we go. A quick rundown for those of you that haven't seen the connex CX33. You've still got your standard noise, volume and squelch, mic gain and RF gain, band select. What's kind of nice is this is all on one, so you don't have to flip switches and all that stuff. It's just A through F. High, medium, low. I'd rather have a variable myself other than the high, medium, and low. That's the only part that kind of bugs me. And when we go to do the numbers, I'll explain why. You've got your AM, your FM, and PA. Noise blankers. So this radio has a little more noise in it than I care for, but it is the type of radio that it is. You've got your standard 10K switch. You've got your echo, a talkback that's adjustable with the on-off, and your dimmer control. Since this is using the blue LEDs, that's almost a must anymore, especially trying to drive down the road during the nighttime. Lord, that gets bright. So let's open this up. We'll hook the frequency counter to it here real quick and show you guys. That is one of the nice things too, is it does have a frequency counter plug in the back. So this is kind of a tune-up report, and also, now that I aligned this one late last night, and this is something that you're going to probably notice. The frequency counter, you're going to see that it is off just a little bit, and a lot of that has to do with it's 27,205.2. Okay, well, that was at 205.0 last night. Now, most of you, if you are familiar with the Galaxy-based radios, that actually is common as far as to have just a little bit of frequency drift until they heat up. So, once everything gets to moving and what have you, you're going to actually see this stabilize back closer to the 27,205.0. There again, temperature really does change a lot of things. But one of the nice things there again, since this is one of the newer radios, it already has the factory Scotty diodes to help reduce some of that bacon frying or white noise that you hear. Yeah, that's going pretty good, buddy. Well, hello, Nick. I see you decided to pop in. I haven't talked to you for a coon's age as well. So, but anyways, back to the radio. Like I said, Scotty diode upgrade, which is great. Dual finals in the back. We went ahead and did our little modifications to it. Upgraded, our primary filter caps to give it a little more stabilization, and just went through the overall radio and made sure everything was hunky-dory with it. So without that, or with no further ado, let's go over here to the meter. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out right where we were at, the 25 watt slug. Hopefully we can get that lighting in there a little bit better. Looks like that's about as good as we're going to get. All right, so we're going to start out on the low power, and we're just going to run through the dial, show you. Now I've got this set as low as I can get it without going in making major modifications to the circuit. We left all the limiters intact when we did our modifications, so that we can keep a nice clean audio. 25 watt scale, so we're right at 4 watts dead key on the low end. Medium, about 16, high is 20. Now, unfortunately, because of the way they've got this set up, these are our numbers. There is no adjustments to allow us, without doing severe changes in the circuitry, to allow us to go ahead and modify this for exact wattages on low, medium, and high. That is really the only thing that I've got negative to say about the radio itself. But let's go ahead and pull this slug out. We're going to put a 50 watt slug in place. And again, this radio was not designed for accessories, as we would call it. So all the way down, we're going to look at our PEP for starters, 50 watt scale, so center scale. Hello, radio. Hello, radio. And we are running at 14.4 volts with a stock mic. All right, so we go up here to medium. Should see the same wattage on the PEP. Hello, radio. Same thing on high. Hello, radio. So PEP, we're going to stay the same. All right, let's go ahead and go over to our average. I do have an average scale over here, but it's a little harder to see because of the stand for the camera. So we're just going to stick right here for today. 50 watt scale, 1x position in RMS. So all the way up, dead keying 20 watts. Hello, audio. And we're getting about 32. We're going to go to medium, which is our 16 watt dead key. Hello. We're getting 30. Low, which is our 4 watt dead key. Hello, audio. And we're getting 22 RMS. So, plenty of power as far as for just a regular radio. If you're running something like a straight 4-pill, this will be ideal for a straight 4-pill just because of the carrier. 42290s would be a wonderful match with this radio. As far as on low power, you're going to have 20 RMS going into it. 4 watt carrier. So beautiful setup for something like that. Of course, you could go directly into 42879s, but you're not going to get the full power out of it just using the radio. But overall, like I said, nice, clean, classy radio. That's the only thing that I didn't like is just the one adjustment for the power that I came across. Other than that, like I said, this is a really nice compact radio. We're going to start seeing, and we have already started seeing more and more of this, where I think our what I call the big radios, the size of the old 148Fs, and the old original Galaxy radios that we ran back in the 90s and early part of 2000. You know, those I think are going to be eventually, you know, disbanded for the most part, unless it is one that has the built-in amplifier. I think that this is where things are going to. More and more companies have been going basically to a Cobra 29 sized radio, but hey, you know, we're still getting 45, 50 watts PEP. We're still getting, 20, 30 RMS. So it's really not, not that we're hurting for anything. They have been modifying and changing a few things around as far as with the face plates to allow for, some of the amenities that we've gotten accustomed to, which is like the large meter. That's one of the nice things about this radio is it's got that nice large display in it. A couple of the other radios that I've done, there again, have a lot of the same similars. We've really not lost any features. It's just they've kind of doubled and modified some of the overall to accommodate and keep all of the same features that we've had with the large radios. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the 10 on this one, get this one, and the President Bill back in the boxes. Got to make a phone call, possibly 2 phone calls, and I know late this evening because I'm going to be up until about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I will probably come out here later on this evening after I get through taking care of a few other things, and we're going to go ahead and do some more work out here in the shop, trying to get this box of radios done for the customer so we can get this out the door. And then we've got a couple other things and a couple other projects we want to try to get worked on, but that'll probably be on our next weekend off. So guys, I appreciate you popping in again for, a quick tune-up. Like I said, we really enjoy being able to spend time with you when we can out here. Unfortunately, it has been cut way back since I went to work for another company. But we're still out here. We're still doing our thing. Some of the bigger projects, unless it's a quick peek and tune or something like that, that's what we've been working on as far as through the week. And then the weekends that I'm off, we're out here in the shop. So, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. Have a great evening. Take care and God bless.